You've heard it 1,000 times. Punchers are born, they are not made. Power can be increased, but you cannot turn someone who's not a puncher into a puncher. Well, this is Bill Bailey, and this is the first ever recorded moonwalk. Nobody had ever seen anything like this. I hadn't even seen anything like it. I thought Michael Jackson, actually, was the first one to do the moonwalk. Brilliant moonwalk. Much better technique, much more slide, much more refined, right? It's grown, and I remember growing up as a kid and seeing people do amazing feats like this and hearing that they were born with it. Oh, they were a great singer since they've been singing since they were a kid because they were born with it. No, well, they started practicing when they were a kid, right? But if you had to be born with it, we wouldn't have so many videos like this of people teaching people, and then entire videos of people just with these incredible skills, these incredible talents. Again, growing up, you guys growing up a little bit differently, I imagine a lot of my viewers are a little younger than I am. Aspiring fighters and boxers and martial artists, but this used to be some of the most incredible and crazy stuff I'd ever seen. Jackie Chan, a huge inspiration of mine growing up. The crazy wall jumps, incredible strength, incredible feats of agility and speed, cleverness. He's like a superhero. Superhero landing. And now we have videos like this guy here, practicing his wall jumps here. This guy is cooler than me. How goddamn cool is that he can do that and flip around? This guy, he's so damn cool. I wish I could do that. And the idea that these things, these skills, these talents, when I was a kid, people thought that you had to be born with this stuff. Now everyone knows you can train it, you can learn it. Anyone who grew up with the internet. Well, here we are. And again, another age of the internet. Learning a new skill, a new talent. Now, the reason I bring up Ryan Garcia's left hook in particular is he has a very unique left hook. A very unique set of snap and power and speed, and even though his technique is unconventional, he's able to generate a lot of power, a lot of force. And there are a few reasons for that. Number one, and the reason that it's relevant at the moment, is the reason he was able to learn this is because he has an incredible tool. This is a $600 tool. I have one myself. I love it. It's awesome. For growth, I highly recommend it. It's very unique. If you can find their cheaper brands, I'm not going to try to put anybody on blast because I do have a Cobra bag myself. But I really enjoyed it. And it was great to train with Theo. And it teaches you a little bit about snap. And it's kind of a portable double end bag, right? And a double end bag is, to be honest, at a gym, it's usually pretty difficult to get to. And they just don't always have them, and if they do, the cords are just not tight enough, or they're too tight, or the bag. So anyway, anything can go wrong. Nothing goes wrong with the Cobra bag, except there's a lot of variation in the Cobra bag. Not everybody uses the Cobra bag the same way. Not everybody gets the same out of it. Not everybody is as good at it. And Canelo, very talented physically. He's got great power. He's a good puncher. He's very good, but he's not as fast as Ryan Garcia. He's not as explosive. And that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he's not as good of a fighter or good of a puncher or this. He just doesn't have the same techniques. He's not using the same techniques that Ryan Garcia is that allow him to learn that incredible speed, that incredible hand speed. He doesn't have the same structure. Canelo's not throwing it in any of the similar ways. However, given enough time on the Cobra bag, if he spent as much time as Ryan Garcia, and again, Ryan Garcia has had that bag since he was a kid, he would develop it. Just like the moonwalk, just like the wall jumping. If you work that bag and you train with it and you train hard, and you train like you think Ryan Garcia is training, he's training harder than you think he is. you will get that stuff. You will learn it. That's one of the ways that it's proven to work. Okay? The other way is in the Fouts boxing combat system. And available here on dynamic striking, you can type in Fouts in here, or the Fouts boxing combat system here. Go down here, a little bit of shadow boxing right there. But the Fouts boxing combat system, if we take a look at it, is unveiling on dynamic striking today. It's $200. I believe it's going to be on sale. And the first part, I'm actually going to teach it as weaponizing the 1-inch punch. Okay? And I'm going to teach you what it was that Bruce Lee was doing here to generate this amount of force in his, obviously, his 6-inch punch. But in martial arts, they call it a structure, and it's the kinetic linking, and the way that you get the transference of your weight from one kinetic link to the next in order to generate a punch like that. Now, you might ask yourself, could you actually hit somebody in a fight like that? Well, there's a reason that Bruce Lee fought in this position here, with his hand out. When his opponent enters his line here, he's going to throw that 1-inch punch, and here, dropped him. One shot. He has an incredible structure. He's got a great mechanical linking, or a linking of his kinetic chains. He's making sure that they're all tight and flexing in the correct places, and he's mostly in the most accurate positions to deliver that strike. And I'm going to teach you guys how he does it. Okay? And in this video series, the first thing you're going to be is going to be learning how that stuff works in the introduction. Weaponizing the 1-inch punch. It's a pretty dense video, but in the first 5 minutes, you're going to realize all the things that you're doing wrong with your kinetic chain and why you're not generating insane amounts of power. Bruce Lee types of power. Again, this video series, you guys, is going to make power and power punching a child's plaything. Okay? So, the next video is the track seminar. This is going to teach you all the places on the line to hide your head, how you're supposed to approach the line, how you're supposed to exit it, how you're supposed to look at the line and understand what position you're in relation to your opponent at all times, what position you should be on each side of the line so that you have the maximum opportunity to get into a position to hit your opponent with a 1-inch punch. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a second, but again, more Fouts Boxing Combat System track seminars, again, teaching you guys how the track and my track theory works as not only a tool to learn and understand, but also to train, okay? And in this video series in part 2, getting on the line, the track, you're going to use the concepts learned from the track, and it's actually a Mayweather film study. It's really, really cool. I'm going to teach you how to fight like that and how to weaponize what we're going to call the 1-inch punch, okay? And then there's pad work here. You can learn how to do all that on the pads, how the person holding the pads is supposed to move, how the person fighting is. And then first pad session with Theo, and then all the demos for all the drills. And the cool thing about all these drills, and the cool thing about this entire package, okay, not only is it only $200, okay, but the really cool thing is that all of these drills you can do by yourself. You can do shadow boxing. You can do on the heavy bag. You don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need a $600 Cobra bag to learn what Ryan Garcia was able to learn from it. To learn how to generate that incredible speed and snap. You don't need it. As you can see, Canelo's been using it for months and months and months, a couple years now. The first time they trained was like 3 years ago. They've had a Cobra bag in that camp for 3 years. And Canelo's still soft on it. So, part 3, advanced striking mechanics, 1-inch punch structure. That's going to be a much more defined heavy bag demo video to teach you all the things that connect to your striking. Okay? All the parts of your kinetic chain that are failing, it's going to teach you how to actually hit the bag with your most powerful punch. Okay? It's going to fix all the problems in your kinetic chain. And again, you will be able to hit your maximum potential punch. Okay? With whatever strength you have available to you. It's going to teach you the correct, again, kinetic linking and the correct way to get your entire body into each punch. It's a very, very simple video series. And again, everything that you learn in this video series, you're going to be able to apply immediately. You're going to be able to practice immediately. Okay? And then there are some expert level track drills, as you see, and you learn. It's very similar stuff to what's going on YouTube, but much, much, much more high level drills, much more high level patterns. I think in that video there's over 30 drills. And again, you can do them all on the pads with someone if you can teach them the pad work. But you can do them all by yourself. And they all have a 100% translation rate into fighting. Okay? Then, part 4, track technical. These are going to be videos of my students that I've been teaching, and you're going to see how people are training and using these drills in their shadow boxing by themselves, on the heavy bag by themselves, and you're going to see the technical ways to improve, and you're going to get to see them as they get to grow, okay? And then we come to part 5, which is the really fun part. This is really, really cool, and this is what I call the Big George drill, okay? And the first part of it, I'm going to teach you every single piece of your kinetic chain in the left hook. The left hook to the body. Okay? I'm going to teach you how it works, and I'm going to teach you my Big George drill, what I call it, and it's going to teach you exactly what Ryan Garcia is doing on the Cobra bag here. It is going to teach you exactly the technique that you need to learn to add speed and add power and add a massive amount of snap to your punches. And again, this is a drill that you can do on the heavy bag. You do not need a Cobra bag to learn it. Now, a little caveat here. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Part 8, we're just going to say, these are all going to be, most of those are testimonials, okay? These drills are going to put a tremendous amount of stress on your kinetic chain, on your shoulders, on your back, on your arms. You are going to be sore on the heavy bag like you didn't believe. And every single person that I have taught these drills, because again, not only am I going to teach you how to increase your power with these drills, and I'm going to teach you, but you're also going to be learning everything that's wrong with your kinetic chain. So the amount of force that you're going to be putting on your wrists and on your back and on your shoulders is going to be 3 times as much as you're used to. It's going to be an incredible amount, and every single person that I've taught these to has said, sorry I haven't been in contact. I thought I broke my wrists. My wrists are broken. No, there's a fracture. There's a this. There's a that. I know. I had a female friend. I don't want to call her, I was going to say a female fighter, but she's not a fighter. She's just a friend of mine. And I was going to teach her these, and she was like all in. And she was donkey punching the bag super hard, and she was like, wow, I feel like I got so much better today. This was insane. I can't believe I learned so much. I can't believe I was hitting so hard. And then she went home and she was like, okay, I have to go to the doctor. I think my wrists are broken. And the doctor didn't know what to tell her. But she had to keep going back and getting medication, and she wouldn't listen to me. Heat, you'll fix it. Don't worry. It's not permanent. But everyone thinks that they hurt themselves. Okay, these drills are no joke. The amount of force that you're going to be generating after I teach you to fix your kinetic chain is going to be incredible. Guys that I've been teaching this to on Discord have been being asked if they are on steroids. Literally, when I was in London, one of my guys who came to visit me in January, back in December, last year, when I flew out to London, he met me there, and some guy, when we were training on our first day, asked him if he was on steroids because he hit so hard. They stopped letting him spar at the gym when we were in London because they didn't want him to hurt anybody. But the testimonials are in there. They'll teach you about aftercare and teach you a little bit about what to expect when going through the process of power punching. But getting back to these are going to be a lot of demo videos. You're going to be able to learn side by side with some of my students, see their progress, see what they're doing, exactly what they're doing. And then I'm going to teach you how it all kind of comes together, okay? And putting it together, there are a few videos on this. And this final video here is what did we learn? Pendulum boxing wrap-up. And the techniques that you're going to be learning in here are kind of the keys to real pendulum boxing. Someone asked me a question, and my answer was full body. And they were like, full body what? And I'm like, full body everything. Full body punching and slipping and ducking and rolling and everything. And you want to learn to get as much of your body into it. Anyway, I'm going to break down the likes of the power of Pretty Boy Floyd, Manny Pacquiao, Randall Bailey, right? Do you guys even know who Randall Bailey was? His last famous fight, he got beat up for like 11 rounds and then punched some guy, Mike Jones, 2 times and knocked him out. Insane puncher. And I'm going to teach you how to safely fight like Randall Bailey. Have power everywhere you go, except you're not going to be a sitting duck like Randall Bailey. My entire combat system is built around teaching you to beat your opponent up with your most devastating punches, never being compromised. You will always be in position to punch and land the most devastating punches that I teach you to throw in these video series. And everything is super simple. And everything is super easy. Well, not as easy. But it's all going to make sense. Okay? And also, Sugar Ray Robinson in there, breaking down his greatest left hook. Okay? Because again, that's one of the punches that I'm going to be teaching you. And I do want to draw a couple of parallels. Ryan Garcia's left hook and Sugar Ray Robinson's greatest left hook, I believe, was against Gene Fulmer, right? The one he knocked him out and he wanted to quit that fight. But I'm going to teach you the secrets of pendulum boxing so you can fight like Sugar Ray Robinson. People say, they don't say Sugar Ray Robinson anymore because nobody watches that guy, but they know who Pretty Boy Floyd was. Everyone says Pretty Boy Floyd was great. And I'm going to teach you what it was that Floyd Mayweather was doing when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. And if you work your ass off, you can fight like that too. But this video series is going to show you just exactly how hard you have to work to get to the level you want. It's going to be grueling. It's going to be painful. But you will grow. I will be uploading some of the testimonials to my channel. And you guys can kind of see some of the videos of some of my Discord people talking about the Fouts boxing combat system and the things that they've learned and power increases, the growth. Again, the goal is to make power punching a child's plaything. Okay? Everyone in the world is going to have power punching. I guarantee it. And in fact, if you don't, the Fouts boxing combat system has a 100% money back guarantee for some reason, which I think is crazy because, damn, a lot of people really hate me. But the video series is incredible, you guys. This is my life's work. I went all the way to London, shopping around to meet people to train for the actual video series. And it was just really tough lining up schedules. I almost met Chris Congo a couple of times. Even up to the last day that I was there, it was just getting crazy to try to meet with him. There were a couple of other pro fighters I was trying to meet with to kind of teach these drills. One of them was Shannon Ryan. Shout out to Shannon Ryan. Check the video series out. I would have loved to train you in person. But I actually did get a a demo. I got to work with somebody. His name is Leo Wood. Leo Wood. He's on the Great Britain boxing team. He's hoping to go pro in the next 6 months, and I got to kind of do a demo out there for them, and they wanted to hire me to be his striking coach. And I was teaching him a little bit about these things, and he was blown away. He was blown away. And again, he was on the Great Britain boxing team, and he's going to hire me to be his striking coach, to teach him, to learn these things. Okay? He was so impressed with the things, with the power. But anyway, I had to leave the UK. I couldn't stay, and, obviously, it's expensive. But check it out. Fouts Boxing Combat System. It's weaponizing, it's teaching and weaponizing the 1-inch punch for boxing. Again, everything that you learn in here, you can do by yourself, and you can do on a heavy bag. You don't need any fancy equipment. It's all technique. It's going to teach you absolutely everything that you're doing wrong, everything that you need to fix, and exactly how it works when you're fighting. Again, this is going to change not only is the track, because the track is also going to a complete system to teach you how to fight. You're going to understand so much about boxing and positioning, just learning the track and going through the patterns and doing the drills. It's going to change the way that you see and think about fighting. When you see people who like Gennady Golovkin, when you see people like I don't want to say Canelo Alvarez because he did win, but there's an obvious difference in their fighting styles. But Lomachenko, Chocolatito Gonzalez, and teaching how you... Anyway, I'm really excited. I'm really, really, really proud of this combat system and what I have to share. There's going to be a copy of it available on my Discord. And I'm not looking for too many people, but I'm looking for a few people to join my Discord for coaching. And in order to get into the Discord, you have to buy a 1-year boxing Patreon membership. The coaching one, not the $100 one, but the $500 one. And there'll be a copy of this system as well as the shadow boxing one, which is right here. Also on Dynamic Striking, Shadow Boxing Mastery. And real quick, these two systems, they're different. But they 100% go together. Okay? One is more based on striking, and then this one is pendulum boxing. But they're the same, not the same. But they use the same fundamentals. These two systems here also complement literally everything that I've taught on YouTube. And you're going to see why it is the way that it is on YouTube. You're going to see that it's different than you think it is. Okay? What was I saying? Anyway, the Discord. If you want to join, check out the Patreon. If you purchase a 1-year membership, the system is going to be up there, and you'll get a 1-year coaching from me. And there are, at least 100 videos on Discord as well, all coaching videos of people going through and learning even more about the Fouts Boxing combat system, that are going through the power punching, they're going through the track, they're going through all the other really cool drills, and you can be a part of it. Now, I am especially looking for female fighters. I'm especially looking for, because if you want to learn power punching and you are a female, you are a woman, or say you just want to learn how to punch Nazis, this combat system will teach you, even a 100-pound woman, how to generate power and how to hit somebody hard. Correct structure. But if you're a woman, especially, I encourage you to join. Contact me directly, and maybe we can work something out if you're interested in competing, obviously. But, yeah, I'm very proud of the system. I'm very proud of where Fouts Boxing is headed. And yeah, don't forget to check it out. Again, power is going to be a child's plaything.